Hi, my name is Chris. I'm a board gameaholic. Hey guys, Chris Tabletop Sports Delaware. As you can see, I do have some board games over there. And as you can see, I just got a new one. That is right. I just got the Castles of Burgundy. Die Burgen im Burgundy. Die Burgen im Burgen is the German name. Designed by Stefan Feld, put out by Leia Games. It is a 1 to 4 player. I've seen it played a few times, and it really looked like the kind of game I would enjoy, so I went ahead and spent more money. But this is it. Castles of Burgundy. Going to bring it to the table. Finally figured out the camera thing, so hopefully it won't be long. A couple of days, past a weekend, sometime into next week, I should have some content coming up. And this is going to be, since I'm saying it, the first game I'm going to show off. I got a few others. Terraforming Mars, definitely a big one I want to show you. We got Ticket to Ride Nordic Countries. Dead of Winter, yeah, I want to show you guys that one. That'll take forever, but man, it's a great game. Well, I also put Space Empires out there, maybe. Cataclysm, that would be long. But yeah, Forbidden Desert, Dark Tower and Axis and Allies. You guys know how to play that, so whatever. But yeah, no, so unboxing. Still got that new box suck. Ooh. Baggies. Player pawns and player color coordinated dices. Cool. We have 3 instruction booklets. We have English, which is the one we'll be using because I'm not multilingual. We have Le Français, and we have Deutsch. So cool. Instruction books and pieces. Here is a board. I see this board and I thought this was going to be bigger. I really did. I thought this was going to be bigger, but it doesn't need to be big. It's a really great game. That is the board right there. And you'll see numbers around for the white die. The first player rolls the white die along with their die. And you're going to have some resources that you'll have a stack of 5 resources here, and here. So each time a turn is done and the dice are rolled, whatever that white die is, the first resource will go, say if it was a 6, it goes here. And that's how you keep track of the rounds in a turn, and then there are 5 turns, and that's the end of the game. Most points win. Kind of straightforward. It is really huge. Dice bidding, action bidding, with using the dice mechanic. And you are trying to fill in your board and get the most points. And there are different kinds of buildings, structures that you can put down. Of course, you have boats on the river spots. The tan, that's going to be your buildings that you can do. White is going to be your academy, your sciences, which gives you bonuses in-game, and also at the end of game, perhaps. Your castles are going to go on the dark green, and the light green are your pastures, where you can put animals, and if you have more animals of the same type, you get bonuses. Say you have 3 sheep and you put it there. Well, if you put 4 sheep next to it, you count the 3 points for the 3 sheep, but if you put 4 sheep there, then you get 7 sheep. You start by placing a castle wherever you want. Say you put it here, and then you can put your next tile anywhere close to it, adjacent to it. So I could put a building if I had a 3. I could put a pasture if I had a 1 or a 5, or I could put a mine. The gray is mines, and each mine you have, you get a silver at the beginning of your next turn. And silver allowed you to get hexes, buildings, from a different part of the game board than you normally could. But those are, and it comes with like 20 player sheets. It's got a couple, it's got a, from what I've watched, and I'm going to play it a lot, like Terraforming Mars, 14 plays in 2.5 months. But it's got a good single player solitaire mechanic, so I really want to dig into that, see how that goes. And then we have all of these pieces. The pieces of the game and the parts. Don't ask. I don't know. That was failed French. I don't know. Mentioning some rules as we go by, but you know, so that way it makes explaining the rules a little bit quicker once we actually get to filming the game. It said it comes with 10 expansions. I don't see any expansions, so I'm willing to bet that that means that you can get up to 10 expansions with the game, because right here it says in words somewhere, maybe it was on the back cover. Nice back cover art also. Shows the game, what it looks like and everything. Really totally dig it. As an influential prince in 15th century France, you do everything in your power to make your lands flourish. From academic progress and city development to agriculture and trading, many roads to prosperity are open to you. Choose your path wisely. Make your decisions carefully and lead your realm to fortune and prestige. An ideal game for those who are looking for in-depth. Yeah, that's not it. An ideal game for those who are looking for in-depth strategic challenges with a variety of gameplay options. And there's a lot of ways you can get to victory in this. Gives the components. But it said somewhere, it did. But now I'm not seeing it. So I get, okay, right there. Includes 10 expansions. There are no expansions, not from what I have seen. That is there. Just looking at the pieces from what I have watched. Okay, there are some different pieces here. So I'm not sure what they do. They are different. But there are some pieces in here I've not seen in the demo playthroughs that I have watched. There's boats. Let's look in. 100-point token. 100-point token. Okay, there are some different ones. But it doesn't say. Maybe the expansions are explained in the in Ye Old Rule Book. So we'll get around to that. Okay. Well, I probably ought to go through and see exactly what. Oh, for the expansions, additional. Okay, so for the expansions, 4 additional hex tiles. Because I'm breaking this open and thinking aloud, and if you want to listen to the whole thing, you're more than welcome to. And it gives, okay, it gives numbers, but I'm not seeing any numbers on here. Because one was like 6 additional duchies, 11A through F, the border posts. There's nothing on here that says 11A through F or any kind of identification whatsoever. I may not have gotten them. I don't know. It's very odd. Odd, I say. Odd. I don't know. Let's punch some tiles. First, let's get all the buildings. Put them in baggies, because I know what most of these are. Dink, dink, buildings. And the different kinds of buildings allow you to do different things. And this comes with, it's thick cardboard stock. It's really good. I like it. And it comes with a cardboard punch-out reference for each player, so that way they can have it handy and look at it and see what the different types of buildings do. Yeah, there are other things here I haven't seen in it, so the expansion stuff is in here. I'm only going to punch what I recognize. This is the one that tells you what everything does. And each play, it's kind of like a quick reference card of sorts. But you're going to see the different buildings are going to be the tan ones, and the back are colored like so for the tan. And you'll be able to tell quickly which ones can go on what portions of your board. But the tan ones, you have some that yeah, I gotta learn. Some that allow you to take from the board or place. I'm not sure. Okay, this allows you to place any tile. If you play this building, you'll have the 5 different colors. Blue, tan, yellow, dark green, light green, and gray. That's 6. Yeah, just learned how to count yesterday. And you can place any tile. So if you have this building, and when you play it, your action is you can place any tile. So if you wanted to play 2 in a row, easily enough done. Here, when you play this one, you can draw any of these colors from the game board to your board. And when you draw them to your board, you are only allowed to store 3 buildings at a time in those hexes right there. Once that's filled up, you have to play one to your board before you can take any others. This one allows you to take either blue for a boat or light green for a pasture with animals and take it from the game board and put it on your tile. This one allows you to take a building, any building, and put it in your key area on your player mat. This one, when you play it, you get 2 silver right there. If you have this building and you were in, if you have this building and anytime on your turn you could take a die, and normally you could spend a die and get 2 workers, and workers allow you to modify your die rolls. So that way, let's say you happen to have rolled you want to put a mine down and you happen to have rolled a 6. If you have 1 worker, you could go from 6 down to 5, or you could go from 6 up to 1. So you can go around the bend when modifying your die roll. Or you could go 2, you could go from 6 to 2 or 6 down to 4, which would allow you to put it here if you use 2 workers. Now, normally you can spend any die to get 2 workers on your turn. If you have this building right here, you can spend any die and get 4 workers instead. That comes in handy, especially end game when you really want to get stuff going. If you have this one, you get 4 bonus points right from the word jump. And different buildings allow you to do different things. The backs also show you things as well. If you complete an area right here, say you complete this light green right here, or even if you just simply place this light green right here, you've completed an area of adjacent hexes of the same color. And then you are allowed to get certain points for that. So as you'll see, if it is a 1 hex, you get 1 point. If it's 5 hexes, you get 15 points. You also get points for the round you're in. So in the first round, this 15-pointer also gets 10 for being in, they call it a phase, I call it a round, in phase A. And the further along in the game you go, you get less for the round, but these stay the same. That is how you get your points for filling in your board. All kinds of cool stuff. So let us continue. We wanted to do that. We're just getting the buildings out for now. Oh, and actually some of them are dark-backed. How many? 4. Most of these are, I bet. Yep, so they're going to be kept separate. Because the dark-backed ones go in the center of the game board. But I'm going to get back.